So we sponsored video here for Delanclip head tracking. It's a piece of hardware that allows you to look around in first person and tracks your head movements and everything on a camera and an infrared attachment that comes with a wee Velcro strips that you put onto the side of your headset or a hat or something when you're playing, so it really helps with making the game more immersive. And I'll have their link to their website and to buy their products down below. And that's so I'm going to show you a wee bit on how to set up this on the computer. Okay, so first of all, to set up the Delanclip Fusion Pro, which I have, you go to their website as I'm showing here, and you go onto the page, click whichever one is your one. I have the Delanclip Fusion Pro series, so I click into that. I then go down, it tells you how to set up the camera and everything. You set the camera just above your monitor, plug it in by USB. I'd recommend plugging in without a USB dock or dongle if possible, because I've had issues in the past where it doesn't run properly because it's a camera that needs to be plugged directly if possible. And then you download their software and the profiles, which you get those links. I've already downloaded them. So now we go to the downloads folder and you find them here. You click on the application for OpenTrack software. This is the software that they use to generate the head tracking, or eye tracking as it's called, and you just install it as you normally would. And I'm going to go ahead and add a desktop shortcut. Shouldn't take too long to install, it's only about 120 megabytes or so, so not a massive file altogether. So now that it's downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and open up the thing, and you'll see that there's only one profile in here. This is where their profiles that they have come into play. So you exit that software as well, or move it to the side, go back and open their file. It comes as a zip file, so you'll have to unzip it using 7-zip or WinZip if you're on Windows 10 or Windows 11's built-in one. And just copy them from here, go to your documents folder, go to OpenTrack, and you just paste them two files into here. And once you're in here, then you go ahead and in the software you have both of those files available. So as you see here, I have some issues with activating it. Sometimes this happens just because I have multiple cameras. So I'm going to go ahead and change that now. So I go over to this toolbar, and as you can see, I've got a couple of different options because I'm recording in that, and I've got a couple of different cameras. So that's what you see there. And yeah, so you go ahead then, save that, and I've then got the profile selected, and you start, and you see then these 3 points, and the 3 points is the clip that's on your head, and the wee octopus is how it'll translate into the game. You can see moving your head whenever it passes 180 degrees, it shows the back of that octopus. So this is where you now go ahead and you can tune things, and that's where you click on mapping. This is where you change these to your own preferences. And for more information on how to do this, you can find a link below to the Delanclip official YouTube channel, where they discuss this in further detail on how to set this up. So in game, you want to go to options, and you go to general settings, and you'll make sure this notch for head/eye tracking is turned on. This just enables it within the game. It should be standard, but if it's not, you just select on. And then you go into sensitivity, high device mouse, and that changes your sensitivity if you want to. Now into game, here we are just walking about a bit, and you'll see now that when you have this activated and OpenTrack software installed, the game will act a bit differently. So when I tab vehicles, it automatically puts you into the indoor camera, and you can see there, as I'm moving around a bit, you can see the head tracking working and moving within the tractor, and you can see you do often clip backwards and forwards within the vehicle. So I'll go ahead and start up, and as you're driving off, you can see you're able to move around and keep an eye and judge how far you are away from vehicles a lot better, and your mirrors become a lot more useful in this, that you can actually see where things are, and if you can't see what you want, you move slightly to the side as you would in a real vehicle, which to me just really enhances the immersion within the game. You also have this button to reset head tracking. I couldn't find it in the controls looking today, but it's defaulted to home in the OpenTrack software, but when I used that, it was interfering with my beacon lights, so I had to remap that. I remapped it just to 0 on the keyboard, on the numpad, so that's up to personal preference. That's just in options in the OpenTrack software again, so you can see there that you can really go up and look at the details within the game, and some people have had issues with Farm Simulator 25 with the decals and screens being very blurry. That's the DLSS option, and I've got GPS running just so I can look around a bit better, but you can see there that looking around in the cab you get a real sense for where you are, and it really helps. The GPS helps with this software as well because you are freer and you can just click onto the track and you don't have to worry about steering as much, but you can still watch, and you can see this now as I go over to the edge of the field, not clicking onto GPS just quite yet. You can kind of judge it a lot better yourself, and you can easily turn around and look out the back as you need, as you see me doing there. Turn around, look out the back, see where that edge furrow is going, and if I'm creating a field by mistake or if I'm just at the edge of the field. So that's something that is really hard to master with a keyboard and mouse or even a controller. So this really helps free up that hand, especially from what I've seen, that you can look around within the software. You can look around with your head as you would in real life and not need to worry, oh, I'm using the mouse, I'm not going to spin around as quick, or having to wait for the camera and turn up a massive sensitivity on your controller. So that's where I like this piece of software and hardware by Delanclip, that it's really helped me with the immersiveness of the game, because as anyone that's tried Farm Simulator in VR before in any of the games, it's not the best. It's glitchy and it doesn't work because there's third camera, and it always spawns you into the third person camera view first. And this, whenever you have the head tracking, it works. I'm not going to say fully flawlessly. There's obviously going to be flaws with Farm Simulator 25 being a new game and that, but this is as close to that I've seen to it being flawless, and it's nothing to do with Delanclip or OpenTrack. It's working brilliantly. That you're seeing that you're getting into the tractor at straight away first person, and you're looking around. You can go up, keep an eye on your speed. You can set your camera height. If you think you're too short in the tractor, too tall in the tractor, or too short, you just sit up straight, and then you can reset the camera. And as you sit back down or up, vice versa, it will change that height, and it makes life so much easier in Farming Simulator for first-person farming, because the depth of field isn't the best, I've found, but this really helps get a sense for the vehicles whenever you're actually moving around inside the cab. It's really great. So if anyone has any questions, drop a comment, drop me a message on Instagram or on the Facebook page, or the comment section below. As always, thanks very much, and don't forget to check out Delanclip at the link below. It will really help them out, and it'll help me out too. So thanks a million for everyone, and keep an eye on Instagram. I'm more active there than YouTube, but do feel free to message about anything or any issues you have with this, or any questions about the Delanclip. If you want any more insight into it, or if you want to find out will it be useful for you, do get in contact. I'll be more than happy to share my thoughts further on this. So thanks everyone for tuning in.